as I said, we're on a blacklist, been on some kind of watch list. Okay. And that's how they're all coordinating all these things. So it's not a matter of me just staying positive and ignoring. I do all of that. And that's how I'm able to kind of keep my vibe and all of that and adjust. But that's not going to fix the real remedy of the fact that these people are trying to sacrifice me and my son. Okay. For money, not just in some weird cave singing, weird chants and stuff like that for money, which gets people in a very, very weird and nasty and ugly energy and vibration. They're doing rituals around the clock right upstairs, okay, on this property. And the authorities that be connected to know full well all about it, okay? And like I said, illegally entering his premises, putting stuff, doing all sorts of weird shit, okay? And this is not what we thought we were walking into. We thought like regular people, you relocate and you think that there's a base level of human decency wherever you go. But I did not know that this trafficking thing was something that was orchestrated with my relatives and some other corruption, unbeknownst to me. So I did, they had sabotaged our lives and did all sorts of shit, enough, good and plenty. And I was making decisions based on what I had at my disposal. I did not think that, yeah, they were trying to sell us off to the children of the corn. So we'd be off somewhere in Silsby and everybody can play like they don't know what the hell has happened and why and all of that kind of shit. Okay. Um, so I'll be contacting, I already have, I'm using various different methods, not just the internet, not just over the phone. I've employed like 4 different strategies because I'm going to get to the feds. I'm going to get to the right ones, the correct ones, one way or the other. Okay. I don't trust nothing within this state because within this state, from the experience, they've already all shown me they full of shit. Okay. Chances are they be the cousin of the crazy toxic killer person. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, they've already showed their hand. And that's why I'm going. I have 4 other mediums in which I'm using um outside of what they can track. Okay. Now to get to the actual reading for the collective, whenever y'all come on here, this is good. Okay, it's shifting from the crazy psychotic that may live above you or your offspring, along with, what I'm saying, because they this is psychotic. It's psychotic and they don't care that it's psychotic. So that's why I laugh. Because I'm like, they don't care. Stay toxic. You know, people don't care. They don't care. They people don't care. I'm convinced at this point they people don't care about them. Like they people don't care, or they people are just as fucked up as they are. That's one of the two. Because if they know, like this person, this is psychotic. This is psychotic. You're psychotic. Like somebody need to be in their face. All these big and bad people that be like connected to them. I'm talking about the ones that they have relationships with, because if you're not connected to a person, you're not gonna talk, you're not gonna jive. But I'm talking about the people that actually have access to them and they connect and they, you know what I'm saying? People need to be in their face and stop being scaredy cats and shit. Cause these people scared of these motherfuckers. And they need to stop that. The only reason why these people are acting like that because they've been able to do that. And until enough folks stop being scared of these motherfuckers. Somebody's gonna say that's easy for you to say that, they're not. Yes, they are. They wrong. Wrong. They've been doing spells on me and my kid. Okay, the whole upstairs and a crew. Beyond that, I didn't have folks casting spells on me since I was in the bitch's womb somewhere. Before I even came out the hoo ha. Okay. So I grew up grew up in narcissist, baby. What you talking about? I grew up Huh? With witches. Listen, and not the cool kind, like me. Weird, crazy, toxic. Loopy. Doo doo doo. Sitting up there sacrificing babies and shit. Who that sound like? It sound like somebody in their Bible that they read. Y'all don't really want me to go there. It sounds like somebody in their Bible, don't it? They don't like that because I'm hitting off. I'm hitting on that ass. It sounds like somebody in the Bible that they claim to read and claim to know. They claim to have, it's not about religion, it's about relationship and prayer closet. Really? Really? Well, if that's the case, you'll be getting the water of the word because they don't know who the fuck they fucking with. They don't know who I am. The people I grew up with don't know who I am. Did you hear that? They even don't. Bible and shit. The Bible says, and you're right, but you ain't catching it because they Jezebelian, baby, based on your book, honey. And they're Jezebelian not because they're loose. Okay. Because I know somebody, some old country, somebody, or somebody, you know what I'm saying, that just don't, they still stuck on red lipstick and red nail polish. That's not what I'm talking about. The Jezebelian, these men and these women, based on what is depicted in the book, okay, about the things that they're into. And one of the things that they're into is the sacrifice of children, blood sacrifices, sacrifice of children, the sacrifice of babies. Yeah, people get so stuck on the traditions about the Jezebel and stuff. Oh, she's a floozy and she's a control freak and she's a, blah, blah, blah. And it's not a she, it's an energy and vibration. But anyway, some of the main characteristics is this weird shit, these rituals, these sacrifices. and and what did she do with that? What did the thing do in the scripture? I wonder, could any of them even find it? While he's talking about what the Lord told them in the prayer closet. I wonder, could they find it as they continue to point out what the collective shouldn't be doing because it's of the devil. I wonder if they can find the devil within themselves. I wonder if they can find it. Probably not. That thing, blood sacrifice children, babies, sex rituals. What does that sound like? What does that sound like? That's what they up there doing. Sacrificing of children, representing the innocence. If you go metaphoric with Bible, even though it's really literal, but if you were to go metaphoric, if you go, kind of symbolic, it's like the innocence. You're sacrificing the purity, like sacrificing virgins and stuff like that. So the children is like the innocence to Baal. How you darn? Yeah. Okay. Anywho, that's not what this reading is. I didn't want to get too far off on that because that's some deep stuff. But I'm going to continue to mention this stuff not because I'm stuck, but because I am stuck in a sense of I'm flabbergasted that we are not getting no real assistance. Stuck in that sense, where I have expressed to several people that we are in danger, that people are coming for our lives, doing things, having access to things, manipulating things, trying to cause physical harm, and trying to set me up to try to get me out the way so they can have some kind of weirdo access to my son and access to his space. Like I said, I'll have them not here before I allow that to happen. And I'm going to say it again, make of that whatever you need to. Before they can say, sugar bang bang, abracadabra. Now, and you know why I'm doing this? Because I guarantee you, if something were to happen to me and my son, I'm not interested in becoming some memorial as I see these people doing for all these various folks who died some kind of weird, strange, and odd way. And then they're still getting loose off of them. They're still harvesting off of their manufactured tragedy. I'm not interested in that, and I will not be having any of that. Okay. Me and my son ain't gonna be some memorial on some social media for the trash whores that had plenty to do with our misfortune while we are living and have something to do with the misfortune that lead to us not. So that's why I'm going to continue to talk about it because then everybody, like I said, I'm gonna make problems. This ain't what this finna be. I'm fucking up the whole little program. You ain't gonna drain us dry spiritually, energetically, literally. And then when we die, us, they were so no, 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 no. I'll have all their heads before that happened. It ticks me off what I see in social media too. I've been laughing like the last few days. I'm checking some social medias and I see I'm like, man, y'all extra. I'm seeing some of the shit they be doing. I'm like, yeah, you guilty, bitch. You guilty. You guilty. You sold out. You sold out your husband. You sold out your kid, motherfucker. That shit ain't cute. And we be like, oh, look at, because we love a good picture, don't we? We love a good, suckers for it, just suckers. Like, nah, nigga, nah, it's foul. People be jealous on it. All right, let me get off that, cause I'm like, man, should be happy a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Some folks wish they kid had a daddy and shit. You know, you know, not a trash ass. You know what I'm saying? Some people wish they kid had a legit daddy. I ain't talking about a daddy just paid the bills because you got motherfuckers out there dropping C notes, okay? But I ain't talking about just that. That's easy to do, motherfucker. Some folks wish they had a kids had a daddy that was, you know, loved them since like really nurtured them and coached them and you know dedicated into their development, not just, okay, I'm paying the bills and you're not dead and you eat the meals and I buy your school supplies and shit, but really and truly, that's it bothers me that there are actual beings that will be jealous of their fucking daughters or sons for that matter. You know what I'm saying? It bother that's disheartening. It's like, oh, so they was getting too much fucking attention, you old motherfucker. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me come back. Because it's just I'm seeing this in social media and I'm shaking my head. I'm shaking my head today. Last 2 days, I was just like, oh my God. I'm like, and yeah, and I'm saying to myself, I'm like, and everybody buying it, eating this shit up. Everybody buying this shit, eating this shit up. Me, I'm like, no, I'm not buying it. It's it's amazing of what people are willing to manufacture, and then so they can still get some loose off of that. They can still get some narcissist supply. They can still make some money off of that, and then at the same time, they can look like they so wonderful. Look at us, ain't we wonderful? We doing a big old shit for them. They did it for Biggie. They did it for like it's common in Hollywood. It's common in Hollywood. I'm like, don't do shit. Put that shit down, you fake fucks. Put it down, you sorry sacks. And then gonna go around talking about fake. Cause nobody, you know what the problem is? I know I'm off track. I'll possibly do another video, bitch. Okay, to get to the good shit for the collective, because it's some good shit for the collectives. Okay, we gotta make us some adjustments and there's some good energies, and I'm happy because I have Feminine's Life is about to get really great that came out, so I'm happy about that. Okay, but on this other shit, okay, yeah, pisses me off. It's just full of shit, just full of manure. It's in Hollywood, but they do this to regular people too. You see what I'm saying? The cheap, the broke man's version of it is you have somebody, that was conspiring, possibly Nurse Ratchet. You know what I'm saying? You have it on the poor man's level, the poor woman's level, and then they the ones that's acting to fit at the funeral. They the ones, you know what I'm saying? They're the ones that be acting to fit out the funeral. They put on a real big show, and then they be talking. They're the ones with all these glowing and elaborate posts in social medias about this person that they were had a hand in because they're fucking guilty. And they're going all out and elaborate because that's the tell, but people aren't there. People slow. They take that as, oh, they must have really knows to hold a nigga guilty bitch. That's them trying to pay pittance. And in some case, they're trying to get supply off of them. Even a nigga, they done narcissistically supplied they ass is dead. And then they still trying to come up off of their death. Ain't that some shit? They didn't set it up to the motherfucker dead. And then, bitch, now they want to do this big old, like on I think on one of Biggie Small's videos, I like Biggie Smalls. Actually, I liked a lot of these people, which I don't know how long that's gonna last because my heart is kind of cracking and breaking at. Like, I'm like, oh my God, but I like them. Anywho, um, and it's hurt because it's like, wow, what happened? Like, that's what they become. That's what you become. But anyway, so there's this video, this is old school 90s, but there was a video, I think, with Biggie, and they had like after he died, because but it's this huge like picture, like this shit is huge, like tall, and it's all the people, and it's like, and we like it because it's like, okay, we celebrate, woo, yeah. Those, ah, like I was saying, like I was saying, this big old shit of Biggie. We like Biggie, no more chant, Biggie, we like, hey, shit, Victorious, no, 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 I'm notorious, to the left, okay, well, we might not know, because see, we don't know in terms of Hollywood, because only the ones, we don't really know, but we do. There's a pole man version of that. They do that to us, to the scapegoats of the pole motherfuckers. They got insurance policies out on people in Hollywood. They put insurance policies out on regular people. That's the crazy hoe up there going berserk on that. Doing spell work on my son, stomping on the floor like they the single white female bitch. Yes, Delta Manor, Beaumont, Texas. Them and they weirdo motherfuckers. And for them, this is narcissistic supply for this is their fame. Because remember, psychotics, they just need to get off on knowing that they could, get some kind of, okay. So they're getting a little bit, though when I'm done, I'm gonna cancel some shit that's gonna really piss them off, because it's not gonna it's gonna piss them off. It's gonna really piss them off. Wake up, wake up. I'm gonna keep at this until I am good and satisfied. I'm not moving past anything until justice is served. For anybody who want to know, that's your answer. Don't ask folks like me when we can move past something unless you're willing to be a part of the solution to correct something that needs to be corrected. Don't, if you're unsure about stuff, just don't say nothing, go somewhere with yourself. Don't tell people to move on past stuff that needs correction and attention. Our lives is being tampered with. That's not nothing to play with. That's not nothing anybody should be sitting up scratching their ass, scratching and farting, twiddling their thumbs. Okay. It's been tampered with in Vegas, and it has been further tampered with here. And families involved in that. This ain't just, oh, well, just shouldn't have moved to Texas. Is that your answer? You sorry, piece of shit. I'm gonna mention it until I'm good and satisfied. Am I moving on? Moving on, but I'm still gonna mention it until I'm good and satisfied. I'm gonna mention it until justice is served. Yes, as we leave Texas, because we're leaving Texas, and oh boy, are they in for a good shock and surprise with what's coming with that. We are, and in the meantime, we're still here though. In the meantime, until I have the means to do that. So if you're not going to be a part of the solution, then shut up. If you're not going to be a part of the solution of us leaving here or getting some proper representation, getting some proper assistance in some way, then shut up. Okay. Now, I think I'm gonna have to end this one so I can start with the clean, clear energy, so I can clear space and clear the trashy horse energy the hell up out of here. Um, and so I can get the good reading, which is a different vibe. Okay, because there is a good reading here for the collective. But this whole trying to get supply, trying to be acting like you care when you was a part of somebody's suffering, you're as a part of somebody's struggle, you're a part of somebody's premature, unaliving, and all that stuff. Shut the fuck up out there. Stop acting like you cared. You're foul and you're looking suspect. Anybody with any real discerning eye that's getting could look past the pretty and the handsome, that could look past the nice photos and the glitter and the fame, fortune, and flattery. Anybody with any real discernment and know anything about anything beyond this surface shit, you're looking suspect. Whether you are the broke man version or the Hollywood version, you're looking foul. You're looking foul and suspect. You're thieving, murderous cunt. Anything for fame, huh? Anything for some money. Anything, including sell out your own fucking own. You're looking fucking suspect. Trashy ass mother.